everyone, Sam here from Sugar Spun Run, and today I'll be showing you how to make chocolate chip snowball cookies. Today's recipe is so easy to make and it yields some of the best cookies I've ever shared. Soft, buttery, these just melt in your mouth. I know you are going to love them. Oh, and there are no eggs in today's recipe, which I know is a big thing for some of you. I've gotten a lot of requests for egg-free recipes. This is one of them. To get started, you'll need to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we are going to need a lot of butter. You will need 3 sticks of unsalted butter for today's snowball cookie recipe. You'll want this to be softened to room temperature, and we'll add this to a large bowl. Before we go any further, I want to make sure that you know if you're not familiar with using cups, if you prefer to cook by weight instead, I do have all of the weight measurements for each ingredient, and that's in the printable recipe. So I have a link in the description. If you click over to that, you can get all weight measurements for each ingredient. So now we're going to cream our butter. I'm going to use an electric mixer and just beat this butter until it's nice and creamy and smooth. Now we're going to add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, a tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. One of the really nice things about this recipe is the whole thing can be made in one bowl. We'll stir everything together until it's well combined. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides, make sure my butter is nicely combined with everything else before we continue. And that looks pretty good, so now we can add our flour. You're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour for these snowball cookies, and we're just going to add that gradually. I'd like to add the flour in about 4 parts. We're just going to make sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl. That way everything is well combined. Okay, now we are going to add our chocolate chips. You will need 2 cups of mini chocolate chips. This is one 12-ounce bag, so you could just add the whole bag to your batter if you have that. And we'll add this to our batter. And you can use an electric mixer to combine this if you want. I'm just going to use my spatula to work everything together. It's a lot of chocolate chips. Guys, these cookies are so good. The chocolate is just going to melt in your mouth. The cookie is going to melt in your mouth. It's so buttery. You are going to love these. They're just so good. So now our cookie dough is ready to bake. So you're going to need a cookie sheet. I like to line mine with parchment paper. I just do that for easy cleanup. If you don't have parchment paper, you're just going to bake these on a regular ungreased cookie sheet. Another favorite thing about this recipe is there is no chilling required. We can just go ahead and scoop these and bake them. I'm going to use a cookie scoop, and you're going to want about a tablespoon of dough for each snowball cookie. You'll just roll the cookie dough between your palms to form a nice ball and place it on your cookie sheet. Now these cookies aren't going to spread very much, so you don't need to give them a ton of room, but I like to give them about 1 inch between each cookie just to give a little bit of space. So by now our oven should be preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll bake these cookies in our oven for about 10 minutes. When they're finished baking, the edges will be just lightly golden brown. Now, while they're still warm, there's one more thing you're going to want to do. We're going to add some powdered sugar to the tops of our cookies, and I'm going to use my sifter to just sift it over all of the cookies. Now, if you don't have a sifter, you can wait until your snowball cookies cool, and you can just roll them through powdered sugar instead, but this is my preferred method. Now that you've added your sugar on top, you'll want to let these cool before digging in. They're really fragile while they're still warm. They're prone to falling apart if you pick them up if they haven't cooled completely, so let those cookies cool on your baking sheet first. And that is how you make chocolate chip snowball cookies. Super easy, super good. You guys are going to love this one, and please, if you try it out, let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.